Good afternoon, good morning, good evening to everybody watching us right now. My name is Angelique. I'm the presenter of The Voice of Reason. Before we start our show, while my guest is getting ready for the show, I would like to give a small testimony of an amazing opportunity that happened to me during this week. I was invited by Mr. Ifaz Mohammed to an event called NIBA. Mr. Ifaz Mohammed is a young entrepreneur who works with young people in Leicester's and here in London. And what he does, he encourages young people into football to build their career and to see where in life they can go, like what path they can choose. And the beautiful thing about it, I got to meet many professionals there. There was the SKTV UK were there, the Masalas were there, the SKR Legal, they were there. There was many other professional people that was there. And I was given an opportunity to host the events. For me, this was amazing. It was amazing because it was the first time for me to host the event. And it was scary, but it made me realize something. For those that do not know me, I'm Angelique. I am a young mum, only at the age of 23. For me, before coming here, becoming even a TV presenter, I had it as an idea. But, you know, whenever you have an idea, but you don't know what path to take. So I started off as, first of all, studying law. Then after going in to study IT and drama. But then I always had passion for media. I always had a passion to be someone right here sitting on this seat, presenting, bringing people on board and encouraging. But however, life brought different obstacles and my life kind of got down. At 21, became a young mum to a baby girl, my daughter Promise. And I felt like, as all of us in the Congolese community, as soon as you become a mum, especially at that age, it's quite, you feel down and you feel looked down on and neglected at some point. Because obviously the family has hope for you. They all want you to continue your education, continue to achieve something. But my whole life broke down at there. And for those who saw my status on Facebook, it was a traumatizing moment to be a mum, a single mum with only 3 months. And I don't know, I felt, there's no word that I can really say of how I felt, but I was depressed, insecurity, I felt alone. And during that path, I felt like, do you know what, my life, I'm just going to be a mum. I'm going to work to build my daughter's life, and I don't know, whatever life comes through, whatever life throws at me, I'm going to get it. I found it hard to go back into education because I didn't know what I wanted to do. Before I got pregnant, I was a business consultant, helping, doing administration, helping with events, events planning. But however, because of that moment, I just felt down. But however, in 2015, I got to meet Mr. Shadrach Winson, also Shadwin. He's a photographer and videographer person, and he's the one that managed the organization called SJ Visual. And I got to meet him, and it was to do music, and he was like, Angel, you know, jump on board, let's do music together. And I was like, do you know what, I don't want to go out there. And what he did, he kind of built my self-esteem back. He would bring me to studio, and then he introduced me to church. And because I wasn't going to church at that time. And at that time, I was like to him, I don't want to go back to church. Look, I feel already down. I feel, you know, I feel already neglected enough. And he was like, do you know what, come to my church. At my church, let's see what you think. So I was coming once a month singing, because he had a youth service every Sunday, once a month. And I began to sing. I began to sing. I was singing. And then afterward, I said to myself, do you know what? I'm going to give my life to Christ fully. So I decided to give my life to Christ, and I was like, do you know what, let's go. But even though back then it was still difficult, I still had difficulty as a young mom with finance. I had difficulty with, you know, sometimes family. But however, his family offered me a home, offered me that family atmosphere, and I began to build myself, my comfort. And I got opportunity to meet my mentor. Hi to him right now. And through then, 2016 became the year for me to establish myself. I began to do states on Facebook for those that started following me on Facebook, encouraging young people to go back to, not to go back to church, but to build their relationship with Christ, to build themselves, like to see that even though they're being rejected, even though some people are being cast out of church because of so and so reason, some feel low because they keep on doing the same thing that we're doing because they're addicted. I made them understand that you're not alone. I've been there where you feel like everything you were doing, they will advise you, but you kept on doing the same thing. And I was advising people. I was advising the young people, especially for them. And by the time we got to 2017, I did the first show, as those that watched my first show with Nicole Brown, for Let's Talk About the Church. And this is where my journey began. The reason why I'm giving this small testimony is to tell you guys, those that right now you have an idea in your head, but you feel like, where do I start? Where do I begin? I don't know where to go. I can assure you there are people who are out there who will be able to guide you and lead you, to help you and support your dream. I got an opportunity to meet the Boss Brothers. I got an opportunity to be blessed with a good spiritual mother and spiritual father, and also spiritual brothers and sisters. I can say I got support, a strong chain and foundation to help me. And if you feel like you don't know where to go, how to start, I'm always available. My Facebook is Angelique Rebecca. On Instagram, I'm 24 Angel. On Snapchat, Angelique 24M. And for the event of yesterday, it was brilliant. IFAS gave trophy to these young people, and they were young from the age of 15, and these young boys were really motivated into their career, building their career into football. They were really encouraged, and you can see these young people, and the message they were given, you would not believe it. You wouldn't expect to get it from a 15-year-old, but it was amazing. And I really thank IFAS to inviting me in this event, this great opportunity. I thank Mr. Joel, because if it wasn't for him to suggest me, I don't know, I wouldn't be here. But it was amazing. It was truly amazing, and I don't know what to say. I'm still excited. I'm still happy about it, but I'm willing to even see more events of young people. So before I go any further, we're gonna go on a short break, and I'm gonna bring in my guest for today. See you soon. Hello everyone, my name is Angelique. I'm a presenter within the platform of Sipila TV. My show's name is Voice for Reason. In Voice for Reason, I help to show the background of every successful youth that have made it in life, to show the background of how they started from nothing to something. This is to encourage the younger generation that feel like they're hopeless, the life is over, and they do not know where to go or to start. These young youth that have done something, they have accomplished, became someone within the community and outside the community, are example to them. Now I'm inviting you also. You may be a beautician, you may be a musician, you may be a DJ, you may be anything, and you would like to have a platform, your own platform, to come and introduce, sell your products, do your own show, interviews. The Boss Brothers are inviting you right now to come and take your place on the platform. The price only comes at £25. Your show will be live on Facebook, on YouTube, and on the box of Sipila TV. Sipila TV is around the world in more than 24 countries. This gives you opportunity to gain clients, customers, to also sell your products, sell yourself and your show. What are you waiting for? Only £25. The Boss Brother invite you now. Come along. Bonjour, komoranga ezali Angelique. Nazali présentatrice na kati ya Sepela TV ya émission ya na ngala ezali mungongo ya tina. Lelo na memeli bino deux promotions. Pona bino ba papa na ba mama na bana. Sepela TV ezoyela bino na 70 livres. Bwana okozwa 1 mois abonnement ofele. Soko lingi ozwa 9 mois. Wana ezoya na 155 livres. Wana ozwi 9 mois ofele. Talandengo lingi okofute lokote. Wana souci longola. Après 9 mois ou 1 mois, wana 15 livres par mois. Wana 10 na 5. Ba chaîne dengo lingi congolais, français, ba chaîne pona ba papa, ba sport, tennis, basketball, pona bana peto bosanité, ba chaîne nyonso ya ba dessin animé pona bana batala. Soko lingo soma box na yo, lelo, ndena zolo ba lelo, papa, mama. Numéro zoleka wana se, appelez-nous. Togozala wana pona kopesa box na yo, Sepela. Welcome back. My guest is on his way. Is right on his way to come here on the platform. Regarding yesterday, an event, it was good. I went to Leicester and I got an award. Here's my first award of hosting, and it felt amazing. It felt amazing to receive this award. And once again, thank you to EFAS. Thank you for the support. Thank you for the opportunity, and more show to come. So let's invite my guest to the platform. Hi guys, my guest today is the one and only Mr. Reddy. Not Mr. Reddy and Missy, but Mr. Reddy comme le tonton. Hi Mr. Reddy, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
It's been a long time since I've seen you.
Yes, I know, yeah.
Speak a little bit louder, the guests are waiting for you, you know, they want to hear from you.
Yeah.
So how is it?
Yeah.
How's everything? How's life? How's career?
Yeah, everything's just fine, you know, just, you know, getting on with things, taking everything as it comes, and obviously I'm just focused on, you know, wherever I'm going, focused towards my destination, just, you know, just taking everything step by step and just, just trying to reach the heights, really, just climbing up that ladder like everybody else, you know.
That's the way.
That's got goals, yeah.
For those that do not know Mr. Reddy, Reddy is one of, should I call you Mr. Young in the community? Or among the young people in the community. And you do a lot of activity, but not many people know exactly who is Reddy. So can you tell us a bit about who is Mr. Reddy?
Reddy? Well, as some may know, Reddy is actually my middle name. So my real name is Louis, and Reddy Kuba. And obviously I'm just that guy from London, really, you know. I was born to a Congolese mother and Angolan father in France, and came to the UK as a toddler when I was about 1 or 2. And I've been here since, and obviously I grew up in London, and I've been involved in a few activities. Like when I was in college and stuff, I was doing a bit of, you know, voluntary youth work with One World Foundation Africa, and I was working with, I don't know if you've heard, everyone pretty much knows him, Manya, who does the media stuff. Yeah. And yeah, and I was just getting involved in, you know, just a few projects, you know, just to kind of just getting there. Yeah, like it was just something that I enjoyed. It was just something to do on the side, you know, and like. So,
many people see you DJ. Many people see you at occasion. You're liven up the audience. Many people see you with other young people doing their little shows, but nobody knows like what made Reddy become who he is. How did you get to this point? So can you tell us a little bit, how did you begin like your life, your journey to get where you are?
Initially, to be fair, I was just living my life just like everybody else was, and to get to where I was today, it was more of a thing where, because obviously, as people like to call me Babe,
yeah,
you know, I'm pretty much known, you know, within the Congolese community sort of thing, and it was a thing where like some people used to ask me like, you know, Red, like, you're not doing anything about it, like, you know.
So what made you Babe? Were you going in many events, or were you volunteering? What were you doing?
To be honest, it was more of a thing where, you know, I was very like active on social media, and yeah, I was pretty much going to, you know, a lot of events that was taking place, so even parties and stuff, and I was just turning up.
So what were you doing in your media? Were you advising? You know, there's many people that have advised, they were showing products, they were doing so and so. There's many things that people do.
To be honest, it was just more like, I don't know, I was just, because I was a very outspoken individual.
Yeah.
So so sometimes, you know, I used to write funny things and all that, and obviously, as I grew, when things come with age, you know, you kind of just have to just stop sort of thing. Cause it's kind of like, it doesn't really look good on you. And I just thought, I kind of just chilled, and then boom, I ended up finding something that I thought, you know what, this is something that I enjoy, and then I'm going to try and just go for it and just execute it, and so just keep trying, you know.
From then, like, what kind of target audience was you getting? Like, were there young people, older people?
To be fair, I think it was a mixture of both, but mainly probably people amongst our generation, you know. So let's just say probably younger, and probably people that are probably like a little bit older than me, sort of thing. And that's what I attracted really, and I was just.
What did you want the outcome of it? Like, while doing it, what was the outcome you wanted from people?
To be honest, I don't even know what I wanted. I was just doing things for the sake of it, you know. I was just this funny guy, like. It's like I never found my jokes funny, but a lot of people did, and I just thought, rah, you know, and then just carry on.
For you to make people laugh, like, what kind of, like, was there a moment were you depressed? Were you down? Because it must have been hard. Because, you know, some people, they do some activity, they do live, they're outspoken, but deep down they actually got problems, emotional and all that. Were you that type of person?
If I can be honest, pretty much yes I was. So it was more of a thing where it's like, you know, behind the scenes, you know, behind the jokes, you know, it was a whole different story. I had my own little problems of my own that, you know, I was unable to control, sort of thing. I was unable to resolve, so I kind of just resorted to just making jokes and that, and just you know, just being this different character, you know. And you know, because they always say, you know, behind a smile there's always
something behind.
Yeah, there's always something behind a smile. Sorry, and it was just a thing where, like, you know, I was just going through, you know.
So was it just a thing just to remove your mind, like remove you from that place that you were before?
To a certain extent, yeah. You know, it's like it kind of enabled me to come out on my show, but at the same time, you know, sometimes I was just forcing it, sort of thing, and I was just like, what the hell, you know, it is what it is. Let me just face the music.
Very interesting. We just hit a very good topic. We're gonna go in a little small break, and when we come back, we'll go in deeper. See you soon. Salut, c'est Lisa Leslie, l'animatrice de l'émission 100% grâce. Boula Mwanzambi Eleki, tellement éveillé. Je suis ici sur le plateau du Boss Brothers TV, c'est la TV. Donc, juste vous informer, good news et chez nous. On est sur l'espace. On a l'ambra bien, la salle à cassou qui bien. Au ligne espace, c'est juste prix abordable. 25 livres. Aïe aïe aïe, il y a beaucoup de foot pour n'engager. Je vais payer pour toute une année. Comme ça, tu seras libre. Ba pasteur, ba musicien, on a pour ça, banda chonaye, banda kupambo, la banda nzambe na message. Sentez-vous libre. Contactez moi sur le numéro isoleka ou bien sur notre page. Il y a Facebook de Boss Brothers pour ça, le bienvenu. Et même bande de quoi va faire la YouTube channels. Sur le studio Nabiso pour promouvoir le Konao,
Bah filmer, je vous dis la vérité, hein. On a foutu à studio, c'est pas dans ce prix. 20 livres seulement. Imagine 20 livres on voit combien. Aux espaces, dans au sein de show et puis au chaîne à YouTube. Donc, vous avez le bienvenu. Contactez-nous sur le Boss Brothers et sur Facebook. Que Dieu vous bénisse. Bye.
Yes, already. Welcome back to The Voice of Reason. I'm your presenter, Angelique. And here on the platform, earlier on, we were just discussing with Mr. Red Star. So no more Reddy. You want Mr. Red
Uncle
Star.
Red.
Uncle Red.
No, I'm joking.
So,
yeah.
Earlier on, we were discussing about how you started your own YouTube. Was it YouTube? Or was it Facebook?
Oh, Facebook.
Of your outspeaking.
Oh no, I didn't start anything like that. I used to just write random stuff.
Random stuff
on Facebook, pretty much. Yeah.
So, can you tell us a little bit what you do now?
Currently now, I do work full time as a delivery driver. Not saying which company. If you know, then you know. But
I do.
And you want a discount? No, I'm joking. and obviously on the other side, I'm also an entertainer. Like I'm a DJ, and I just.
Where do you DJ?
My bedroom. No, I'm joking. But no, you know, like parties, just little parties, and also at other spots. If I'm offered a little gig, then yeah, why not? You know, I'll just go and play there, and just, you know, try and keep people on their feet. You know what I mean? And just entertain the crowd, man.
That's very good. Not many people know that actually you are a father. It's unbelievable, but Mr. Red Star is a father. Yeah. So can you tell me, how does it feel to be a father, like a single father, like, because you're not with your partner, your main big mother. So how is it? How does it feel, like, with your child, your relationship with your child?
You know what? It's like having a little brother, you know, because I had him very young. Like I was a teenager when, you know, when obviously when he was born, and at the time it was a bit difficult. But as he grew older, you know, started to understand each other, and you know, we've created this sort of bondage. So, and it's funny in a sense, because you get to grow together. It's like I'm young, he's young, so you know, like we get to have fun.
He sees you as a role model, right?
Most probably, yeah. I'm sure he does.
Because we see you in, like, for those that have his Snapchat, sometime on Facebook, that relationship that you have with your father, yourself, and your son is really rare that we see that really in our community, and it's a really nice bond. How do you do it to keep that strong bond together?
Do you know, it's a thing where when I'm with him, I just try to be myself, you know? So at least that way, it enables him to have that sort of freedom, because he's not with me all the time, so he may have some sort of reservation. So I'm just like, you know what, relax, just be you, you know.
But in the beginning, was it difficult?
Of course, I was a kid in college.
Can you tell us a little bit, like just in the short part? How was it with your emotion? Like, were you panicking? Did you know what to do? Of course, you didn't know what to do at that time. But how did you handle it till now?
Do you know what? It was a thing where, like, I was a kid, so I was very naive and ignorant. So I didn't really, you know, know what was about to hit me. So I won't get into too much details, but I pretty much kind of, you know, had it easy in the sense where I kind of had my mum who was there to kind of just, you know, to keep me on my feet, to just keep me focused. And obviously she was always like, you know what, once you finish uni, then you can, you know, take care of matters. But for the moment, you're staying in college, you're finishing all your studies, whilst I'll do everything, sort of thing. And obviously, like,
but the time you felt depressed, especially like down, because you see in the community, not only in the community, in general, people feel more sorry to single moms than single dads. And they feel like the single mom goes through more trouble than the dad. But what do you think? Is it equal? Or do you think the father has it more or the mother has it more?
Well, probably the mother probably has it more because she's the one who has to deal with the child and they're there, you know, every day. And especially if, for example, they're not really going through a good phase with the child's father.
Yeah.
So it kind of makes things kind of difficult because obviously the mom's pretty much on her own.
Yeah.
And then the dad's pretty much in and out. And to a certain extent, it does create some sort of inconsistencies.
Yeah.
Which can also be, you know, it can be turned around, especially at a young age. You know what I mean? And on top of that, you've also got third parties that get, you know, involved and so and so and so. And
so as being a single father, I can say single father. What do you want? A daddy?
Yeah,
I'm Red Star daddy.
It's a thing where because he doesn't live with me,
so. So would you qualify yourself as a single father, or in a relationship single father?
Well, I'm single and I am a father. Oh, I wasn't even supposed to say that, but yeah, I am a father. That's what I was trying to get out of you. So what advice would you like give to the young people right now? They've become a father at a young age. Even the adults nowadays, they don't even know themselves because they've just recently become a father. What advice would you give to them? No, just do the best that you can and just be there for your kid, man. Because at the end of the day, you know, your kid needs you. You know, don't need no one else. And it's the slightest thing, you know, it's the smallest thing that counts. You know, you don't necessarily have to buy them like a friggin' horse or pony or anything like that. You know what I mean?
So the most important is
your presence and the impact you have on a child's life.
That's very well.
It's not easy. It's not easy at all. But you know, you've always got to try and work on it. You know. There's a solution to every problem that you have, so nothing will stop you. Yeah.
Talking about this, we're gonna go a little bit personal. Not many people know that Mr. Reddy himself, he is also a single child of divorced parents.
Right, yeah.
So, coming from that aspect of life, how did you feel like how did you build yourself to become like this? Because as parents of divorce, it kind of like damages the child. But to see you today here, standing, doing the activity you do, how did you get yourself out of that mentality? Because there's many watching you right now that their parents are divorced. They can be a girl, they can be a boy, and they struggling to get themselves together, to get themselves building up. Maybe right now they feel like their life, they can't do it. How did you do it? Maybe based from your testimony, it's going to help them as well.
Oh, what can I say? I was 17 when my parents broke up, and it was very difficult because I grew up here as a spoiled child. If I'm honest with you, I pretty much got
anything you wanted.
Anything that I wanted. So, mum, I want that. Dad, I want that. It was just, I got it like that. And so obviously, them two splitting up, it had a massive impact on me. And because I'm by myself, so I had no one to turn to. Like I had no one to turn to, and
there were no sibling as well. You were the only.
Yeah,
child.
it was just me. But luckily as well, at the time as well, that was when I also just met, you know, the mother of my child, which kind of did, you know, she kind of did help me.
Yeah.
You know, like
she did her as a leaning shoulder.
Yeah. So she was pretty much the only person who I turned to because I literally had nobody else. I didn't want to speak to my friends about or no one, and so pretty much and
then you had a child, and you ended up with a child, but you still supported yourself and built yourself even though through that difficulty, and became Mr. Red Star, commonly Tonton.
Ah, oui.
So what advice would you give to them?
You know, just because in life, you know, you always face obstacles, so you know you're bound to experience certain things. So the only thing you can do is just keep your head up and just rise above it.
Should they confine? Well, because it felt after the divorce, like, was it easy for you to go from left and right? How was it? It
was difficult because, you know, both would just say things against each other. It's like, so it kind of looked like, you know, they were trying to turn me against him, mum trying to turn me against dad. dad trying to turn me against mum, and obviously other people from outside as well speaking stuff into me as well, and I'm just...
So you couldn't even confine yourself to family or even friends?
No. So I pretty much, the only person who I had was like...
Your girlfriend,
yeah, my partner at the time. Yeah, my partner at the time. So,
but would you say that's a good choice for those that are going through it right now?
True, but then, you know, not everybody has a partner, do you know what I mean? Some people are just on their own sort of thing. So I don't know what would have happened if I was on my own.
Do you think things would have turned differently if you confined maybe to a family member with all the emotion? Because while parents are arguing, it's like they both got containers and they're pouring it into a cup that is already getting full. Do you think if you could have confined in a family member, like a cousin, like an uncle or auntie, maybe things would have been different? Maybe,
but then again, I didn't really have bondage with, you know, like my aunties and my uncles like that. I've always been like someone who's
always been by
I've always
mom
been
and dad.
One to ride solo sort of thing.
But later on now, as we can say now, have you ever took time to speak to your parents to let them know like how difficult it was for you at that time?
Not really, because I don't really feel that it's necessary now. It's like, what's
Do you feel like you've just passed that stage and you just want to overcome it? Yeah. But would you suggest for those youngers that would it be better for them to open up, or would you think it's better for them to close it?
I think it'll be better to open up, but then again, it's about knowing who you trust as well. Because you could say something to a family member and then boom, they twist it, and then, you know, it kind of just backfires on you. Because, you know, when it comes to family, there's always some sort of bias. Even if that person is in the wrong, they'll back them up. You get the good ones that are like, nah, you messed up. So, you know, you did this, you did that, so now you got to face it. Some people are like that, but it's not everybody, you know?
Yeah. So what advice would you give to the parents?
To the parents?
Yes. Because there's been a lot of divorce, especially in our community. So what advice would you give to them, especially in that moment?
Communication, man. Communication's key. Just hear each other out. You know.
Do you think they should concentrate on what they're attacking, their partner, the mom and the dad, or should they focus on the child?
You know, there's only so much that they could do when it comes to the child, because sometimes you can't just stay in a relationship because there's a child involved. If both parties are not happy, you separate. But you can do it, you know, you can do it in like in amicable ways, and just try and, you know, find a way to just be civil, and, for example, find a way to, like, in terms of like childcare and stuff, and you know just how to take care of matters, you know. And
thank you for sharing that. I know it's very difficult for Mr. Reddy, because that part is really hurtful. It was really a hurtful moment. And I remember when I spoke to him, I said to him, it would be good, especially for the parents, to see the point of view of children, how it affects, especially divorce at that moment, or even argument in a parent's home. It can affect your children, even though the father may have done wrong, the mother may have done wrong. Children are the victim in these circumstances. And I think parents should really watch out the word. Your argument does not concern the child. The child was bought because you guys fell in love with each other, and this child is innocent. And I think for the parents watching right now, please, if you are in this circumstance, in this situation, please, please, please take time, both of you, forget about your argument, but focus on your child and build your child up. You don't want your child to become outside. Now we see many children that you see on the street now, they're drinking, smoking, they're in the gangs because of certain circumstances like this. Parents, please, there are people, specialists that you can speak to that will be able to advise you and help you. Young people, there are people that you can speak to. I myself and also Mr. Red Star. And let's follow up. So, you build a name called Comme les Tontons. In English, how will you translate this?
Like the uncles.
Why did you give yourself that name?
Do you know what? I don't know, you know, it's like, I'll break it down to how it started. Basically, last year, remember when they had the football, the Euros going on?
Yeah.
So I must have watched a random video on YouTube, and it was with I don't know if you've heard of Patrice Evra. He used to play for Manchester United. I think he's at Marseille now, and Paul Pogba. So they were in each other's room, and they were just having their little bants and having fun, and then they started dancing, and then I think it was Patrice Evra must have went comme les tontons, and I was just like, hold on, like.
That name is ringing bells.
I was just like, I liked it, so I was like, you know what, I'm gonna start using it, and I just thought, it's like it's just something where I just thought it just sounds cool. So it's more of a movement sort of thing. And
so what do Comme les Tontons do? Is it a group of you, or is it just by yourself?
If I'm honest with you, it's just me.
So you're just Comme les Tontons?
I'm Comme les Tontons, yeah.
So you have just a crew that goes with you. So what do you guys do actually?
What do we do?
Because we hear hashtag Comme les Tontons, hashtag Comme les Tontons, Comme les Tontons, Comme les Tontons. What's the role of the Comme les Tontons?
We just behave like the uncle. We're the young ones.
At this age?
As Congolese people would say, Kodondwa.
So do you guys just dress up, go to occasion, and you live up the party or the event, or is it you guys just come there and sit there like the old uncles as we see with the glasses? They'll be there with the bottle of Hennessy or Jack Daniel or something like that, and they're just there like sitting there looking at everybody.
Nah, it's more of a thing where it's just we just make ourselves there, sort of thing. We just make ourselves present.
Is it to liven up people's mood and just to create this banter?
Most probably, if I'm honest, yeah. Like it doesn't necessarily mean anything. It's just Comme les Tontons. It's just who I am. It's like an alias, Like, it's just like another nickname sort of thing. Just Comme les Tontons, on est là tous ensemble. Ah oui. But,
so
yeah.
Now you're doing your DJ. You also work. You are amazing father to your son.
I try.
Trying the best you can do is perfect. So what are we going to see more of you? Because we're nearly reaching the end of 2017. What more are we to wait of Reddy? Red Star.
Oh, wait for. I'm not really one to speak on my plans.
Give us a little bit of hint. Some people, they do a little test star to just see, to get people drawn in.
Well, at the minute, I'm mainly just trying to focus on my, on my music and just.
On your music?
Well, not music, just the
the
DJ stuff. I don't really like announcing it, but
Red Star. Now you've become a musician. You're gonna sing.
Obviously, like I'm just trying to break into the industry, and I'm actually, fun enough, I'm actually hosting a wedding sometime in September.
Ooh,
yeah,
interesting.
It's a good friend of mine, and so just get myself out there, and I'm also working on a little mix, for everybody to listen to and just spread the word and just enjoy themselves and dance around. Yeah.
For those that watched us today, if they want to contact you, can you give us a few of your access point to get through to you?
Snapchat Reddy K, that's where I'm most active, and Facebook Reddy K as well. So, and the same for Instagram, Reddy K. So that'll be REDDY KAY, and so you can get through to me there, and holler.
Thank you very much, Mr. Reddy, for accepting this invite of coming into the platform.
It was a pleasure.
And to speak about yourself. It takes a lot, especially to speak about that sector, and you did great, and we thank you. Thank you to our viewer who have watched us today, and for those that us watching, share it, tell your friend. The Voice of Reason are here to show the path and journey of all the young people that you see now in the Congolese community. They're active, they're out there doing so many things, and the Voice of Reason is there to show you that not everybody that starts rough will end rough. You just need to find the right path the right journey and the right encouragement and people to support you and help you for you to get and achieve your dream. I thank you for watching us. Thank you to the boss brother. Thank you for obviously you, the viewers, for watching and sharing your comments, and all of you that support the Voice of Reason. May God bless you all. See you next week. Bye-bye.
Hello everyone, my name is Angelique. I'm a presenter within the platform of Sipila TV. My show's name is Voice of Reason. In Voice of Reason, I help to show the background of every successful youth that have made it in life, to show the background of how they started from nothing to something. This is to encourage the younger generation that feel like they're hopeless, their life is over and they do not know where to go or to start. These young youth that have done something, they have accomplished, became someone within the community and outside the community, are example to them. Now I'm inviting you also. You may be a beautician, you may be a musician, you may be a DJ, you may be anything, and you would like to have a platform, your own platform, to come and introduce, sell your product, do your own show, interview. The Boss Brothers are inviting you right now to come and take your place on the platform. The price only comes at £25. Your show will be live on Facebook, on YouTube, and on the box of Sipila TV. Sipila TV is around the world in more than 24 countries. This gives you opportunity to gain clients, customers, to also sell your products, sell yourself and your show. What are you waiting for? Only £25. The Boss Brother invite you now. Come along.